To begin our freestyle bag work zone 3 round, I want you to focus on disengagements, feints, and jabs. Those are the only 3 behaviors that you're going to see in this round generally. Zone 3 is jab distance, so remember, it only takes 1 step to get out of range. Make sure that this round is all about speed, not power, but speed and changing direction, changing what you're doing, constantly giving them different looks. Pretend like you're dancing, like Muhammad Ali. Best film study on this is Sonny Liston versus Muhammad Ali in their first fight. Watching the first round of it, you'll see Ali dancing around, giving him different looks, just like there. When he, bends over a little bit, changes his head center line, right? Off of his center line to a different place. And then instead of actually jabbing, he'll just touch his glove. Different things you can do. Now, I know that sometimes you'll see me throw a right hand in here. And when I throw my right hand, it's still considered a jabbing behavior because I'm just countering, which you are allowed to do. You're allowed to counter punch in this round. And I'm just trying to see what's going on, see what the opponent's reaction is to everything that I do. Right? Lots of feints, double feints, triple feints, direction changes. And you notice my feet haven't stopped moving. Even if I'm staying still, I'm always bouncing. These are important details. And don't mind me tripping there. Tripping is also a part of fighting, so stay in rhythm. One of my favorite sayings is from the military. Right, wrong, or indifferent, make a decision. This is how I want you to train. Right, wrong, or indifferent, keep moving. At least you can fail forward. Defense is key if you think that someone has gotten into your zone 2 range, or they're moving forward too much, or maybe they're just throwing very long range combinations. It's a little bit more rare at this range. But keep in mind, zone 3 can be a very unpredictable range. Some people leap in with big hooks like Gervonta Davis or Mike Tyson. Be aware. Round 2 is zone 2 conditioning. Work on the 4 corners offense, your position, and controls. Now, what I mean by control is occupying space. Saying whether someone is allowed to punch or not by occupying the space is a form of control. For example, if my hand is already up, right, in a fighting position, but I have it extended forward a little bit, then if they throw the hook, my forearm might disrupt the path of their hook. I'm controlling this. If I post my hand against their shoulder, against the top of their glove, on their head, in their eyes, this is also a form of control. Even using your shoulders, if you go into zone 1 and get really, really close to the opponent, you can do variety controls and different things. This gets into position. Changing position is vital to staying alive in zone 2. It's a great part of conditioning too, because you see you're always moving your feet, you're always moving your hands, you're always changing your center line. That's the main theme of what I'm doing here. If I'm not hitting them, I'm moving. If I'm not defending, I'm moving my feet, changing position. We should all be able to box in both positions if you practice both positions in WuGong boxing. Just like in karate, both stances. If you ask a black belt to do a roundhouse kick, he'll do it in both stances with both legs, no problem. Now, the 4 corners offense. This idea is that, the opponent doesn't want to get hit. So You have to mix up your offense. Change your punch order. Change your angle. Change the power of certain punches. For example, if you go to the body and the head, right? If you do our body head combination, it's a 3 to the body, 3 to the head, and a 2 to the head, right? Now, if you throw the first one really hard, right, that body shot, now you've called attention to that bottom right corner. Now, if you throw the headshot really, fast and quick, you called attention to it. It had a little bit of power, but then if you throw the right hand hard, you're mixing them up. You don't know that they don't know which corner to pay attention to. This, of course, is very thinly veiled, and it's not very strong offense. So you have to mix it up even more. Make the combination longer, more variety. Stay busy in this round. It's all about conditioning, not power or speed. In this round, we want to focus on power at zone 1/2, working on repetition, synchronized turning, and return punches. Repetition is, of course, doing the same thing over and over again. But also, repeating the same motion can get you very familiar with a technique. In a fight, you might not throw 7 hooks in a row, but we're training muscle memory. That's all this is. It's all about muscle memory. If you get it 100 times in a row perfectly, then maybe you'll get it 3 times in a row in the fight perfectly. Fights are messy. It's not easy. Repetition is key, and you can adjust every time you do a repetition of any punch. Now from here, the adjustment that you want to make is making sure that you're turning perfectly. Not doing 2 turns. This is what I mean by synchronized turn. If you turn your foot and then your hip, or your foot and then your shoulder, or your foot and then your hand comes out, then it's not a synchronized turn. You want to turn as though you were closing a door. You don't close the bottom half of the door and then the top half of the door. No. You close the entire door at once. And then, instead of closing the door, I want you to slam the door. This unlocks your power. After that, you have to come to return punches. So you might slam the door, and then I need you to slam the door the other direction. Maybe fling the door open. Turning left to right, and then come right back right to left. Sometimes in quick succession, but not too much because we're focusing on power, not speed in this round. Staying active is key here. Keeping a great base, not so much bouncing, and remember your defense. Try not to hold back either. It's very easy to get this illusion that you're not supposed to hit hard or have a silent agreement, even with the bag. Why? The bag has no feeling. Break the bag. Knock it off its hinges. Break the leather. Try. Even if you don't, if you can't, doesn't matter. You should be trying to break what you hit. Breathing is also paramount in exerting your energy and using your proper sharpness.